In Movies and Money, the focus is on two films battling for bucks at the box office, Demon Slayer and Mortal Kombat. Film critic Erik Childress is catching all of the action. Hello, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
Should we be watching how well these films are holding an audience?
Exactly, Angie. It goes without saying that films that tend to open big tend to also drop big. Now, the scale of which is defined by just how big the opening is versus how good the response is by the viewers. And one positive we have been seeing is that even the films that have been co-streaming on HBO Max have seen those drops kind of level off. So to expect a drop somewhere in the upper 50s could be expected for the two big grossers the week before. However, Demon Slayer, which managed to take the top spot away this weekend, dropped just shy of 70%, and Mortal Kombat dropped 73%. Now, this puts both films' chances of making it to 50 million, aka the new 100 million, rather unlikely. But whatever the ceilings may be for films currently, what we can gather from the trends is that audiences are only showing up in solid numbers for event films at the moment, and more importantly, they are not showing up again. Now, that can certainly be dissatisfaction with the product, but more likely it's the case of, hey, I got my theatrical experience in. If I want to see it again, I'll watch it at home. Remember, aside from Demon Slayer, only one other film, Nobody, has been released exclusively into theaters in 2021 and cracked the $20 million mark.
Traders and investors are paying attention to theater stocks such as AMC, IMAX, and Cinemark, as President Biden, along with some major city leaders, are eyeing a full reopening of the economy by Independence Day. How are you seeing the next couple of months playing out?
Next week's entry into the Saw series, Spiral, is likely to draw fans, but have an even likelier drop-off. I think A Quiet Place Part 2 over Memorial Day weekend will be the best bet for our first $100 million grosser. Godzilla vs. Kong is certainly going to make an effort, but it may still come up just a little short. And even if it does, it may take until Memorial Day weekend to get there. Now, June is full of sequels, and as I said last week, In the Heights could live up to its name on the charts. But now that Top Gun Maverick has left that July 2nd slot, I think it's going to take Fast and Furious 9 and Black Widow the week before and after Independence Day to see if the box office ceiling can be seriously raised to the next level.
This weekend, there are a couple of films opening exclusively in theaters. Here's a look at Here Today.
Who are they?
That's my family.
If they're your family, why do you have their names written down?
Charlie, you can't be alone anymore.
If you ever need my help, I'm here.
I'm writing something, and I have to finish before my words run out.
I'll take care of them.
May I ask what your relationship is?
I don't know.
The other film is Wrath of Man.
It's like he wants trucks to get hit. He's not a cop. But if he's not a cop, what is he?
Are either of these films, Erik, worth the trip to the theater?
Depends on how big a fan you are of Billy Crystal and Jason Statham. No, they are not in a movie together, though that does sound more interesting. Now, Crystal is actually back in the director's chair for the first time in 20 years since his terrific HBO baseball film 61. In Here Today, he plays a famous comedy writer who forms a friendship with Tiffany Haddish, whose ex-boyfriend bid on him in an auction meet and greet. We come to discover that Crystal is going through the early stages of dementia, and this new relationship may be key to revisiting the trauma of his past so he can write a memoir. Now, there are a few scattered laughs here and there, but Crystal doesn't really find the meat of the story until very late in the film, and anyone who has seen Anthony Hopkins in The Father will feel that they have already seen the definitive treatment of this subject matter. Now, as for Guy Ritchie's Wrath of Man, it starts as a pretty conventional, though reasonably engaging story about armored truck drivers and the robbers who rob them. The first act is so deadly serious and tough guy cliches that it borders on self-parody to the point I thought Statham was playing his character from Spy with Melissa McCarthy. But then Ritchie tries to overcomplicate things with a muddled narrative involving flashbacks and multiple storylines converging until they all start getting eliminated in a barrage of gunfire. I lost interest really quick in this project from a filmmaker I have never held much interest in the past either, frankly.
Clearly you're not a fan. Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.